More than 12,000 streams, nearly 6,000 listeners, and more than 1,000 saves on his first ever release on Spotify. Over the last weeks, I helped an R&B and pop artist release his first single on Spotify. And in today's video, I want to show you the exact system we used to reach these numbers. Everything I will show you today, you can implement into your own release process. If you will implement it the right way, it will get you the same or even better numbers. So let's start how we've actually done it. The starting point of this artist was really simple. He had no Instagram profile and no Spotify profile. So overall, no online presence with his music in general. On the music side, he was a former band member for more than 10 years. He was singer, a multi-instrument player and producer, and overall an artist who wants to start his solo career after being in a band. And he reached out to me and asked me if I can help him with releasing his first song on Spotify. After we implemented everything what you will see in this video, for 4 weeks, we see all of these results right down here. More than 12,000 streams, nearly 1,000 playlist ads, and more than 1,000 saves. We also built his own Spotify playlist as his own evergreen asset. And as you can see, the playlist has nearly 2K saves overall. We built a professional looking Spotify profile where he has right now nearly 5,000 monthly listeners. And here you can see the stats of the song again. And we built an organic Instagram profile with more than 1K followers overall. Let's start into the actual process and all the 4 steps we implemented. This system you're seeing here is the system I use with all of the artists I work with inside my coaching. It's something I want to give you so you can use it and see more streams, more saves, and better numbers with releasing your music. So let's start with pillar 1, the Spotify playlist. We started with building the playlist from the ground up. And what I have here is a simple playlist naming and positioning prompt. And it's a pre-built prompt from my side that you can put into your favorite AI system like Claude or ChatGPT, something like this. And what this will do is ask you some questions about your music, your genre, your style, what you expect for listeners to listen to your own music later on. And then it will give you like a clear outcome, a naming idea, a mood or genre-based playlist, and also a SEO-optimized description for your playlist. And from there on, you can use one of the suggestions from the AI, or you can build from there on, like refine the name, refine the description, refine the mood or something like this. But this gives you a really easy starting point to have an idea how your playlist can look and sound like in the end. After we were clear how the playlist should named like, we started with building a targeting sheet. And with the targeting sheet, the artist made sure that he put in all of his favorite artists, favorite genres, like festivals, styles, moods, everything that can help us refine his target audience. Because before we can start with promoting and advertising a piece of music or a playlist, we need to know for which type of listeners I'm looking. Because what we want to have in a playlist is the same people that would listen to your own music in the end. So if you make like deep house music, it will make no sense to promote a hip hop style playlist in the end. That's why a targeting sheet is important and why he really sat down and thought about all the artists he is similar or lookalike to and all the artists or genres other people might be listening to while listening to his music. And after we were done with this, I made him simple ad creatives. As you can see, this is like a movie dance scene, just cropped down on the whole screen, then with a text-based hook and the Spotify logo. And here you can see like a B-roll with a guitar playing guy. Here is the playlist, which is scrolling down. And again, the Spotify logo. We ran this paid ads over Meta and just put it in on Instagram Reels and Stories. And what we've seen after some implementations on the ad settings was that for every 50 cents we spent on the ad, a new follower was on the playlist. If you spend 10 euros a day on these kind of ads, you will have 20 new followers on your playlist. And 20 followers will result in 6 to 8, maybe 10 active listeners on the playlist. imagine for your side, I don't know where you are and how many streams you have, but let's imagine what would be like an extra 8 to 10 listeners per day make on your song. We are not talking about 20 followers on a playlist. We are talking about nearly 2,000 followers on his playlist. This was step 2, building paid ads and promoting the playlist. And after we've done it, and the playlist was promoted to, like I said, nearly 2,000 followers, we could already see on his song. So this is the playlist, and you can see this is the song that was put on the playlist. We had more than 800 listeners and more than 1K streams in 4 weeks. And this is something that could run forever. So the playlist is built once. It's optimized a little bit in terms of new songs on the first 5 to 10 places. And then the playlist is there. Your song is on it. People have saved the playlist and will listen to your song again and again. And as I said in the beginning, this artist had like nothing before. We already built his new Facebook ad account. And as a bonus of promoting the playlist, the ad account warmed up. So we could check how is the ad account running with promoting music and playlists or songs or something like this. We could check about the audience that is resonating to his style of music. So what kind of creatives do they want to see? How is the conversion rate on ads to a playlist or a song on Spotify? So we had like really good data to start with actually promoting the song with paid ads. And this is like everything we've done in the second step. We've run paid ads for the song. A little information here if you're completely new to have paid ads. What you do here is creating reels or pieces of content. Then you put them into the Facebook Ads Manager, upload them. And all you're doing right now is paying Facebook money to show your content to people. So with organic content, you are in a position where you have to, be more and more creative, more and more upfront. You have to use strong hooks. You have to put people really into your content. And with paid ads, you set an audience, so people you want to show your content to. And then Facebook is showing your content exactly to these people. And that's everything what we made with paid ads. And as you can see here, we had like, again, a B-roll. It's a girl dancing and singing. And on the front, there was like lyrics of the song and a little call to action, like listen on Spotify. And because from the playlist ad, we knew that these dance scene videos with a short on-screen hook is working really well. We used it again. It's again a dance scene compilation. And then just a simple text hook on the screen. And again, the Spotify logo on the creative. What I want to say here is that paid ads for a song isn't really there to build streams, because in the end, you will see a conversion. So someone clicking on the ad and listening to your song for hopefully 20 to 30, maybe 40 cents. And if you know, like Spotify isn't paying less than 1 cent per every stream, it's not a profitable funnel to have for generating streams. But in the end, we want to have this from the ads. We want people to add the song to their own private playlists, and we want people to save the song, so aka like the song. And that's what really bringing the song up front to other people. And this is because of the Spotify popularity index. If Spotify sees that many people listens to your song intentionally, so not just from the ad, but from their own library, the score will increase. And this is a sign to Spotify to really push your song more on algorithmic playlists, bring it more upfront to the people that are similar to the people that already saved your music. And this is the goal with paid ads for music. Is there someone who wants to sell you like iron ads and you will see more streams from the ads? It will not be on the same level. You have not the return of investment from the streams as you put into the ads. This is like for the not obvious data, but we need this because after we stop the ad campaign, for example, streams are still coming from the own playlist of the listeners and the saves from the libraries of the people. And what the paid ads also do is increase the followers on your Spotify profile. And so it was for this artist. As you can see, we started with nothing, and after 4 weeks, we were at 46 followers. It might not seem really big, but you have to understand that paid ads is something like cold traffic. So they doesn't know anything about you. They land on your profile and then they decide to follow you and want to hear and see more from you. So it's a really positive sign to convert cold people into warm followers in the end. Talking about the popularity score of Spotify again, as you can see, this is what triggers the algorithmic playlist like Discover Weekly or Release Radar from Spotify and more and more. And as you can see, we had like 67 listeners and a little bit under 80 streams just from algorithmic playlist in terms of or as a result of the popularity score increasing of the song. The moment I'm recording this video, the algorithmic push from Spotify just started. So in like 1, 2, or 3 weeks, we should see a really big increase in terms of listeners and numbers from algorithmic playlists. And that's the whole goal of the paid ads in the end. Have people save and like your song to their own library, increase your follower count, increase the popularity score, and really trigger the algorithmic push from Spotify, because this will result in streams you're not even paying for and you don't even have to do something for in the end. Yeah, that's everything what we've done for the paid ad side. So we promoted the Spotify playlist on a paid site and the song on a paid site. What we also have done is like the third pillar is playlist submissions. And I'm pretty sure that most of you already heard about the playlist submission platforms like SubmitHub, Groover, Playlist Push, or something like this. Nowadays, there are like different opinions on really submitting your songs to paid playlist creators or platforms. And I understand it because the algorithm of Spotify has changed a bit over the last years. And Spotify recognizes if you use these kind of playlist submissions. So this means if your song is released and Spotify sees that most of the streams are coming from playlists of other listeners before you have like the same number of saves increased, Spotify like recognizes this pattern and knows, okay, maybe this guy is using a paid playlist promoting or a paid playlist platform. And this is something that maybe could decrease your popularity score over time. My opinion on this is that this is certainly right, but for a brand new artist, a brand new profile, we want to get as much data as possible in the beginning. We need to know what kind of playlist creators are accepting our music, what kind of listeners are listening to our music. So in terms of countries, age, gender, interests, what we can target over paid ads, and even for the playlist creators, because these are guys that are listening to music the whole day. They're using some kind of playlist submission platform and they get or they receive songs from other artists all the time. And if you get like a response from them and they tell you, okay, I like the song, but, and you read 5, 10, or 15 times the same but theme, you should think about maybe you have to change something on your music. And on the other side, you really see how is the market demand on your genre and your song. And this will help you find your target audience or better listeners, easier in the end. And what we've done with this artist here is we sent the song to like 100 playlist curators, got like nearly 100 responses, and had an approve rate of 20%. So like 20 playlists, as you can see, 20 shared, 20 curators that have put a song on the playlist. And as you can see here, this is like the Spotify for Artist stats. And these are all playlists from SubmitHub. And as you can see, from all of these playlists, we made more than 3,000 streams alone. And in my opinion, and as I said earlier, for a brand new artist, a brand new profile, or someone who is more at the beginning of starting over with everything, 3,000 streams can deliver you a lot of data to use for future releases in the end. And it's a good starting point to have like numbers out there to see if your song is resonating on theme playlists or genre playlists. And this gives you a better and clearer direction on how to use your promoting and releasing approach in the future or next releases. And this is why I usually tend to tell my clients or the artists I work with to use playlist submission platforms in the beginning, or as long as you see it is worth using them. It's like everything we've done for playlist submissions. We ran like 2 or 3 campaigns with, or until we had 100 recipients, so 100 curators. And as you can see, 20 playlists and 3,000 streams on the song from these playlists. And the pillar 4 or the step 4 is one of the most discussed theme for music producers or music artists at this moment. And I just recently saw a video of someone who is talking about being a creator or content creator, influencer, while being an artist or producer. And someone wrote down, right now, we are not even music producers, we are influencers in the musical, in the musical spectrum. And it's wrong and right at the same time, from my opinion. So it's right that everyone who is like a creative person at the moment is making content. Designers are showing their designs, their websites, their photo and videographers showing their images, their videos, what they've edited for other people. And in my opinion, to be a bit more relevant to people or people that like you have to give them something back. And as I said earlier, as you can see from the paid ads, you will see followers on Spotify and you will always see followers on Instagram. And these people following you because they like your music, they maybe like the lyrics you've sung or you've written. And generally people they want to get entertained and they want to know who you are as a person and as an artist. And these are the people that can become like real lifetime fans if you treat them right, if this makes sense to you. So this is what I've taught this artist also. You don't have to dance in front of the camera or be a clown because you think this is what drives traffic to your content and makes people listening to your song. What we want to have with this kind of content is really just show people who you are as a person and who you are as a music artist, so they can like understand why is your music the way it is, why you make this kind of music, what do you thought about this particular song you just released, tell a story about the song, tell a story about the person you wrote the song for. And this is what really gets the bond and the connection between you and your followers. And if you have like 1,000 followers on your profile and under these followers are like 20, 30, maybe 50 people you can call fans, it's a win for you because these are the people that will share your music to their own followers, to their own friends, that will help you being more successful with promoting your music, with writing your message and something like, hey, just listen to your new song. I really love it. I just played it to my friends. I just listened to it and felt the same way as you while creating it and something like this. And let's be honest, if you're receiving a message from someone which is related to your music and there are kind words in this message, everyone of us producers or artists is happy over receiving this kind of message. And that's really the bond or the reason why you have to build content. It's less to get people from Instagram to your Spotify profile, because out of these 1K followers, like I said, not 1K people will follow the link to your Spotify and will listen to your song again and again. And this will never drive you more than 10K streams, 100K streams just from Instagram. It's more about the connection between you and your followers and to build a bond and fans out of it. Tell your story, tell who you are. And this was everything I've taught this artist. And as you can see, like 4 weeks after the release, and I think we started the Instagram account 2 or 3 weeks before the release, he had 1K followers. So the music is good. He makes good content people love to see, love to share, love to comment on. And what he's also doing is trying to interact with his new and old followers. And in the end, it's social media, and we are human beings and we all want to connect with each other. So this is what it's all about. And if someone is leaving a comment on one of your reels or one of your pictures or something like this, just write a quick message. Hey, just seen you wrote something below my reel. Really happy about it. Thank you. And maybe there's a connection or a conversation going on. And this would be someone who is like, who tends more to comment on your future videos, who maybe share his or your new song on his own story or something like this. And this is what content, on my opinion, is all about. Because I don't want you to become a content creator and put all your energy and time into making content when it should be on really making music, being creative, and do the thing you want to do and you love doing. And to come back over here, what I've done for this artist is I wrote him some hook ideas, content format ideas, trending and winning content. So I just taught him this kind of content is like going really great in your scene and your music genre at the moment, and some basic informations of how and why making content is important. So like everything I've taught you the last few minutes about my philosophy on content. And as you can see, it's going great. He has conversations with followers which may become into fans. All right. So as you can see, these are all the 4 pillars we want to do to have an impact on our song and to increase the streams over time. And as I said in the beginning, these are the results after 1 release and 4 weeks of promoting the release. Usually, or what will happen now, this artist has a toolbox full of tools he can use on its own from now on. And he already scheduled his next release in 2 or 3 weeks from the moment I'm recording this video. And right now he's doing all the promotion on its own. And what will happen with releasing like songs regularly and on a schedule is that the new release will push the old release again. And even if you stop running the paid ads for the song, the campaign, as I said, from the saves, from the playlist ads, you will see more streams, more listeners on the old song as well, because people had saved it and will listen to it again and again. And this is everything what we reached in 6 weeks of working together. And as I said earlier, I am working with artists, with music producers on exactly this. I want people to know exactly how to release and promote their own music so you can start your career with your music without being overwhelmed with the release process and not seeing any results for the song you worked weeks or months on. And if you're interested while working with me one-on-one together on this, let's just have a conversation about it. Reach out to me on Instagram and let's see what I can do for you. So I hope you learned something. I hope you will implement this in your next release process. And with that being said, see you on the next one. Bye bye.